enlightenment for last month's Adabaya topics. They made us understand that they had to liaise with the men of the public works to put a stop to the work temporarily.
Yes, and that's something that we've been talking about all this while. There's a need for those who are in the construction section or sector to understand the dynamics of traffic, especially here in Lagos, right?
Yes.
If you have a situation whereby the vehicular volume density of Lagos is already over 330 vehicles per square kilometer, it tells you how busy the roads will be, especially during the rush periods.
Right.
So this shouldn't be time when we'll be thinking, okay, we have a deadline to meet, so let's just do our work while you do your own. Please, LSPWC, Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, please just help us with that so that it can also make our jobs easier. I can just imagine what people will say in their vehicles. The size and the homes and the house and the ohs and the oh gods
and the complaints,
right? And that is why sometimes when people call on traffic radio, there's so much aggression. So we are the receiving end.
Well, so busy. That's what it is. That's turned out to be for the Ikorodu Road bound travelers.
But it should be getting better a bit now.
That's what we're thinking. But hey,
it's not.
Of course, we know that we have the early risers and high volume of traffic pulling out of Ikorodu every morning.
Yes, we have so many people migrating from that corridor.
Now imagine the road has to be blocked for 5-10 minutes to allow
even 1 minute.
So that
the backlog will be already over 2 kilometers. Just 1 minute stop. So not talk of 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, it's going to go a very, very long way. And when you consider the fact that most of the people that are coming out from in that part of the corridor have to make use of just that road.
Just that road.
Except for those who want to go through the water side.
Waterways,
And I can tell you
and all that.
Yeah, so the percentage of that will still be less than 5%. Those that want to navigate from Ikorodu to connect Ekpe, those ones still be less than 2%. So virtually, you have over 95% or 93% of people coming from Ikorodu using that same road. Okay, so that's why it's always a very, very challenging time.
Very hectic one.
Yes, but I think there are times when the road should be less hectic. Maybe any time from 10 a.m., between 10 and 12. So can we just push this construction work to that time?
Oh, well.
It is possible.
It is very possible.
With proper planning, it is possible.
Or probably do this work at night.
We used to have,
yes,
we used
of course.
to have
Yes, it's possible.
Night shift, day and night shift. And I think they can begin, the workers can begin to take a look at that and think about having their day and night shift.
Right.
For areas where you have very high volume, then you could just do a night shift. Where you have low volume, do a day shift.
So we've had that conversation with the construction people, and they've always come up with the fact that, well, security is one. They've talked about the resources and all of that. But I think this is Lagos. And since Lagos wants to put its name on the global stage,
24-hour economy.
You understand? So these are things that should be factored in when construction is going to be done. I mean, we have less traffic at night. Let's be very, very factual, except there's a major breakdown of humongous proportions.
Yes.
So at that kind of a stage, these constructions can be done. I mean, they could have a schedule, let's say between 12 to 4 a.m. or thereabout, and then by the time Lagos is on the rise again, all those equipment would have been taken up without necessarily blocking everyone.
Of course.
All right. I hope that's a conversation we can take to another level.
Most definitely.
And I'm hoping the government will also pay attention to all of that. All right. So Ikorodu Road, very busy.
And moving on, it gets busy again as you approach Maryland from the Mile 12 end.
Yes.
Owing to an accident which had just been recorded underneath Maryland Bridge. So approaching Ojota, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Precisely. It gets really busy, slow-moving traffic. And we're also monitoring via the live cameras. It's a crawling one all the way to Maryland.
Maybe people can make use of alternatives, right?
Oh, perhaps.
Underneath the bridge, connecting that's Mile 12 to Ajilogo, is it good?
Oh, yes, it is.
To link up with those that are heading towards the Third Milan Bridge.
Oh, it's still fine.
It's still okay?
Yes.
All right. Maybe those coming from Ikorodu can make use of that corridor as well.
And amazingly, the Third Milan Bridge is good.
Yeah.
Almost in its entirety. All the way to Adekunle.
So maybe we can begin to think of that as an alternative to Ikorodu Road, which is very busy this morning. Lots of rehabilitation work, breakdowns, also adding to the mix as well. Beyond Maryland, is it good?
Oh, very good. Down to Funchal Williams Avenue, Eco Bridge, CMS, and it gets busy at CMS, especially connecting Oniko underneath the bridge.
Okay, then. So that's what the Corridor Road Route 2 is looking like. Route 1 is still looking good. From the rear, what's happening? From the Beja end, connecting Alakbere. What's the 411 there?
Smooth movement all the way. Smooth movement all the way down to Yanawara. And connecting the Third Milan Bridge down to Adikunle. That's what we have gathered so
And those
far.
making use of Bagada to link Anthony towards Oshodi, okay?
Fantastic. It's good. Fine, yeah. Seamless flow of traffic.
Oh, beautiful. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, quickly, let's touch down on that one. What's happening there?
So it's a fabulous one coming from the rear. That's the Yano Paja end, or even from the Kola Blakeback corridors all the way down. And of course, the usual, steady influx at National. That's not National now, at Ilizik inward National. That's all been monitoring. But away from there, better movement all through airport bus stop down to Bolade Oshodi.
Beautiful. Okay, then. So we'll be serving you more L-Pains quickly. Touchdown on Lekki Ajah corridor. What's the news?
Okay, for the Lekki Ajah bound travelers, we had a report from there. That was during the 7 o'clock hour. But the latest is from Songotedu.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see if we can just summarize what we have. Well, in its entirety, smooth vehicular movement is what we have recorded from Eleko straight to Igondo, Bogijawi, Abijo. But it's a bit slow approaching ShopRite owing to a falling container-laden truck, which we've been, keeping an eye on. So it's a case of a 40-feet container-laden truck that fell and has occupied 60% of the road, although ahead it's not really affecting the flow of traffic.
Oh.
So that's just one area which we've been keeping an eye on, but other areas look very calm.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, then. So Adelaide just sending in an in-swinger here for that Maryland update. And it says the accident.
Maryland inward Idiroku.
Yes.
So it has been cleared now, so better movement is expected soon.
Oh, good. All right, that sounds pretty nice. Okay, then, so we'll be serving you more L-Pins as they come in from time to time. So kudos to our traffic managers, those in the control room, and those on the roads. In fact, we're giving it all up for you because these are very, very perilous times in terms of the weather. And so we say kudos to all our traffic managers. And I'm just, putting it emphatically, not just to the LASMA, FRSC, even the police who are then on the roads too.
Oh, yes.
It's not an easy job at all in the heat that we have right now. Kudos to them. So, as you drive along, you might just want to stretch a bottle of water to them so that they don't feel dehydrated. Yes. All right. It will be a good thing if you can do that, right? You can just buy like 2 packs, drop for those men that you find on the roads. That will do a whole lot of work for them.
Most definitely.
All right.
Or a handshake.
Yes, a handshake, very good too. I'm sure you want to know what's on the menu. Today is transport trends.
And perspective.
Today, yes, we're going to be having the Commissioner for Transport. And I'm sure all of these things that we're talking about, you can begin to, reflect on them. I'm sure that, there are latest things that are coming up from the transport sector in terms of transformation. And the Honorable Commissioner for Transport will be here to talk to us on the program this morning. Before that, Dilly is here. She has a bag full of news.
Backpack.
A backpack full of news.
Or a portmanteau.
No, not portmanteau.
All right. All right. Always in the news these days, rivers. All right. I hear there's too much tension right now.
Yes, so much tension, and there's an impeachment move.
Right.
On Governor Fubara.
Okay. All right. So I listened to Wike speak the other day, the Federal Capital Territory Minister. On Friday, he had a homecoming in terms of reception. There was a reception for him.
Yes.
And he spoke extensively. He was speaking. And he did say, I cannot stop the assembly from doing their job. What is that job? If you want to commence an impeachment move. Okay, so that's very hot in the news. Daily will be serving that. Any other news apart from rivers?
Okay, land titles in Abuja.
Still with minister as well.
Still with the minister.
He's revoking land titles.
About 4,794.
Wow.
Just about.
Okay, so that's a big one indeed. For those who are resident in Abuja and those who buy land and they've not been able to, do the right thing. So he says he's revoking those approvals. Okay, that's also big in the news. What else?
There was this news about I think it was health risk or health challenges
All right.
over those of us who do, sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah, we sit
sedentary
down for
work,
so
we
long.
sit down for hours.
Yeah.
The call for constant exercise, even if it's walking around, stretches while you are at least intermittently,
Right.
instead of sitting for hours
So-
because of back pain and all of that.
So I would just suggest that maybe companies should make it a conscious attempt to say, look, after every 30 minutes, there must be a kind of check on you. You must go for a walk, at least if it's 1 minute, or you can stand and just walk around the office. Right?
Yes, the standing stretching works, especially for us here. I'm going to use us as an example.
We're always on the same.
Yes, we're always seated. We always have to be on our toes. We're thinking while we're working. Yeah, once in a while, probably every 30 minutes, just make it a point of duty to walk around the studio, stretch, bend, just do the normal stretches, and it helps.
Right. So if offices are going to put in place a kind of exercise, a small gym, what would be the challenge?
Challenge? Well, maybe funding.
Change of clothes. Change your clothing.
Well, for us here, where you have to dress in a certain way because we go live on social media.
Yeah.
That may not be too easy to do,
Right.
except you want to do it maybe after your shift. That you can change into your aerobics attire and then just go for your normal aerobics. Maybe nothing too heavy, so you're not overstretched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a kind of weather like this.
In a kind of weather like there are breathable. Breathable aerobics attires that you can wear that will not be too hot on your body.
Right.
And then of course you have to hydrate.
Okay, let's just do the simple one. Walk around. That's the natural thing. Use your what do you call it now? Your walker. Your walkatronics. Your legs. All right. Someone's called it OM2F. Your OM2F will do a whole lot of work in terms of helping you exercise and stay fit. Okay, so Delay will be serving you more helpings as it relates to the news, and then we'll be celebrating you too. Those of you marking your birthdays will be doing that during the 9 o'clock hour.
All that and more on Your Side Mirror with Victor Oteri. Stay here with us, Lagos.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adibola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
Time really fast spent. You welcome to Your Side Mirror this beautiful Tuesday morning. We give God the glory for His mercies upon our life. As we drive along from one location to the other, we're there keeping you company just to ensure that you arrive alive, safe and sound at your destination. You welcome. Victor Oteri is my name. Let's join Daily Agadumo right now as she brings us newspaper headlines.
On newspaper headlines this morning, we'll be taking a look at Punch newspaper, Vanguard, Guardian, The Explainer, and Alausa Alert. From the Punch newspaper, impeachment move, tension in Rivers as Assembly serves Fubara misconduct notice. Tension and apprehension gripped Rivers State on Monday following the initiation of impeachment proceedings against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu by the State House of Assembly. The Martin Amewule-led assembly, loyal to the former governor and minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, served Fubara and Professor Odu with a notice of alleged gross misconduct, signaling an imminent impeachment process. Niger fuel crisis. Customs marketers differ as 400 border filling stations shut. Over 400 filling stations of independent oil marketers located at border communities have remained shut since 2019, based on the federal government's directive to halt the smuggling of petrol out of Nigeria to neighboring nations. While the Nigeria Customs Service declared on Monday that the stations will still be shut, oil marketers decried the closure of some facilities due to the revenue losses caused by the development. Move on to the Vanguard newspaper. Wike revokes 4,794 land titles over non-payment of ground rent in FCT. The Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, has approved revocation of 4,794 land titles over non-payment of ground rent for more than 40 years. In the central area, Garki 1 and 2, Wuse 1 and 2, Asokoro, Meitama and Guzape, a total of 8,375 property owners have not paid ground rent in the last 43 years. EFCC arrests Governor Okpebolo's aide, Okungbowa, over alleged Naira abuse. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested the suspended coordinator of the Edo State Public Safety Response Team, Monday Okungbowa, popularly known as Ebo Stone, over alleged Naira abuse. The EFCC's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, disclosed this in a statement on Monday. According to the statement, Okungbowa was apprehended by the Benin Zonal Directorate of the EFCC following a viral video showing him spraying and mutilating the Naira at a bar on March 9, 2025. Moving on to Guardian newspaper, more workers at risk of health challenges over sedentary lifestyle. In the modern workplace, many professions demand that employees spend long hours sitting. If workers in those occupations do not actively engage in exercise outside their work hours, they become increasingly vulnerable to obesity and its associated health risks. Research has consistently shown that prolonged sitting, whether at a desk, behind a wheel, or in front of a television, can negatively impact overall health, contributing to weight gain and chronic diseases. FG to address allegations of expatriate quota abuse in oil sector. The Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tuji Ojo, has responded to recent allegations aired on national television regarding the administration of expatriate quotas in Nigeria's oil sector. The minister emphasized that he's taken these allegations seriously and has implemented proactive measures to address the concerns raised. Previously, the ministry announced a review of the approving authority for expatriate quota and citizenship applications, as stated in a circular dated February 12, 2025. Nigeria-Brazil $1.1 billion green project kicks off. Nigeria and Brazil yesterday signed the commercial phase of the $1.1 billion Green Imperative project to boost agriculture and enhance private sector investment in Nigeria. Also, the giant of Africa and Cuba made a bold move towards strengthening diplomatic and economic ties with a renewed focus on healthcare, education, and trade. Address core members' complaints, don't punish her, FG NYSC told. Former President of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Mr. Larry Ogundipe, on Monday said it would be unfair for government and its agents to punish a National Youth Service Corps member, Rita Oshe Ogwamaye, for criticizing President Bola Tinubu's government. Ogwamaye, a corps member serving in the Etiosa local government area of Lagos State, had berated the Tinubu-led government over the parlous state of the economy, following the corps members' comments on the Tinubu's unsavory policies and leadership of the NYSC is bent on punishing her. NASU plans shutdown of WAEC offices over alleged violations. Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, has threatened to shut down all West African Examinations Council offices nationwide over alleged violation of the nation's labor laws and continued victimization of workers. Issuing a 7-day ultimatum beginning from yesterday, the union directed members to mobilize for nationwide industrial action and commence a comprehensive and total strike action with effect from next week Monday, March 24, 2025. From the explainer, Kwara NOA FNH resolved to promote mental health awareness, national values. The Kwara State Directorate of the National Orientation Agency is partnering the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Budu-Egba, Kwara State, to promote mental health awareness, national values, and effective healthcare delivery to citizens. Speaking while addressing a team of officials led by the FNH head of Human Resources, Mr. Gold Mobalaji Muhammad, the state director of NOA, Alhaji Dari Abdul Ganiyu, stressed the importance of fostering moral principles and positive behavioral change in society as it is embedded in the agency's National Values Charter. I'll take the last one from Alausa Alert. Government seeks stakeholders' partnership on sustainable development. Continuous collaboration with relevant partners and stakeholders will make Lagos a model of sustainable development in Africa. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State stated this at the Nigerian Conservation Foundation's 23rd National Lecture held in Victoria Island, Lagos. The governor added that to make a meaningful impact, collaboration is essential to The governor added that to make a meaningful impact, collaboration is essential as government policies alone will not suffice. With that said, you can pick up a copy of any of the dailies. Go online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Lagos Traffic 961, on Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adibola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
My name is Bakari Oki Olalekon, the General Manager LASMA. Please, at all time, adhere strictly and obey all traffic rules and regulations. LASMA, we are on the road to make sure that you have a seamless journey at all time. And also, safety should be of utmost priority to everybody using the road in Lagos.
Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe ni o.
My people, how na day? My name now is Femi, aka the music and Taliban. I beg on my people, if you shy you, make it no drive. Don't drink and drive. Drive jejely. Because accident na for real. It don't happen for the past. We don't play make it happen to anybody. I beg. Focus on your way. Where you dey go, na it matter. This message now from Lagos Traffic Radio to 96.1 FM. I love you guys. That's a amount of love. Acha.
Yes, my people, now maybe YC or more large number one right now. I just want to tell you now, say if you don't they road, they move. Don't be say go just focus on only yourself. Maybe they look around, they use your side mirror, they look other people around you. So you guys they aware. way, over one way, oh long shagidi. If police catch you, you will see yourself. You better change your pattern, take the right way. Change your way. You better change your way. Oh yeah, yeah, one way, they lay you do the right and only way. Change your way. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Abdul, and we're 96.1 FM Lagos Traffic Radio. Yay.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, then. So I can tell you it's a busy Tuesday morning, and that's the experience from most parts of the state right now because of influx left, right, and center. Andrew has been calling us, one of our roving reporters, to say that those of you navigating towards the Muritala Mohammed Airport, it's a very busy one this morning. He says there are some security checks which is ongoing there, slowing down vehicles, backlogging traffic towards Agege Motorway Way, and of course towards Bank Anthony. Talking about the return journey, he did say as well that navigating through Joel Oginaiki, that corridor is also busy as well. If you're heading towards Maryland, it talked about traffic light alternation within that particular corridor. Beyond that point, it gets a bit better, but heading towards Obanikoro, you begin to slow down as well. Obanikoro to Onikman, it's a slow one. From there, linking up with Friday, looks good towards Future Williams. Intermittent slowdowns there due to alternation within that corridor as well. And within that end is just a slow and steady kind of experience navigating through Ikorodu Road. We did tell you it's a busy one this morning, but the broken down vehicle, perhaps the accident at Maryland underneath the bridge inwards Idiroko, has been cleared, and it's a better movement being experienced for those of you within that corridor. But at the rear, you see lots of influx from the inner part of Ikorodu, navigating towards Jegule to mile 12, slow and steady. And that's because earlier on we had some rehabilitation work, but that has been suspended. So it's much better a bit, just that we have lots of influx within that corridor. So we'll be serving you more helpings. But right now, let's celebrate you. It's birthday profile time on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. A big shout out going out to Francis Ogbebo. I understand you are member Eco Boys to Men Association of Lagos, and the entire members of the club, they are celebrating you, Francis. Happy birthday to you. Many more years of great celebrations too. Demola Oshibajo is celebrating. You are CEO Media Education Consultants, and today is your day too. Demola, happy birthday to you. Sariat Odunuga Ibrahim is celebrating today as well. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Pastor Mayor Seal Kadiri clocking 50, so it's the big golden jubilee celebration, and I understand you are CEO Silma Science Limited. All right then, happy birthday to you. We wish you the very best too. Adeye Jafet Adirumu is son to Folashade Adirumu, former staff with Lagos Traffic Radio. A big birthday shout out going out to Adeye as you clock. Is that 4 now or 5 or 6? All right then, happy birthday to you. Olayemi Helen Ali is celebrating too. Mother to Folashade Adirumu. A big shout out going out to you, Mom. We celebrate you and we pray that God will continue to be with you. Alhaji Babatunde Grillo, aka Baba Grillo, is celebrating. We wish you the very best of this day too. Omotayo Salako, happy birthday to you. I understand you are regional director with the Under 40 CEO Africa. All right then, happy birthday to you. And the big thing about your celebration, you are clocking 40 today, so happy 40th birthday to you. Fagbenro is also celebrating. Fagbenro Ezekiel Ayokomi. All right, happy birthday to you. As you celebrate, we wish you well. From the traffic manager's family, Eni Jeshiku Sulaiman Idowu is celebrating of Zone 8 in Ikorodu. Happy birthday to you. Aladesuyi Benga James is of Zone 18 in Ikoyi. A big birthday shout out going out to you. Adeyemi Samson Oluwaseun belongs to Zone 23 in Ekpe. And a big birthday shout out going out to Adeboale Olumide Oluwaseun of Zone 23 Ekpe as well. Let me say a big birthday shout out going out to Medaunsi Adebayo Dari of Zone 26 Ojodu Beja. And a big one too going out to Hassan Adeboale Lukman of Zone Zone 42, Immortal. Today is your day too, and so we are celebrating you. So to all of you celebrating on this day, we say congratulations. It's a great day, and it's going to be a great year too. So look up to God for some great blessings coming your way this brand new year. Happy birthday.
It's time to show the beautiful people how we gets down. It's time to show the beautiful people how we gets down. Ijoya, ha, Ijoya, 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 our man Ijoya, 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 our land Ejo. One bit of metal on the Joe, one two bit of metal on the floor. They shola, lonely Joe, tell back the shoe. Do you don't ask me, do I'm so one and most it's also what it borrow. Our land Ijo, our land flow. Lyric story congo, lyric story congo. Oh, lori congo, Ijo lori congo. Shola lori congo, our lori congo. Oh, lori congo, Ijo lori congo. Ijoya, 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 our man Ijoya, 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 our man Ijo. Oh, when the fire goes slow, now so it down, now so it fly, they go. Everybody come, they holla. Ijo iti fawa holla. Shake me, yeah, shoot you tire. With them see gun, they on fire. Oh yeah, baby fire. Oh yeah, bomb fire. People by the wickedest show. Can't nobody knock this flow. As a flavor rise, I'm so not different category. Hip hop afro, kala kutae. By the wickedest show, not different category. Lyric story congo, lyric story congo. Oh, lori congo, Ijo lori congo, Shola lori congo.
In the Agro Island food and beverage manufacturing, printing or packaging industry, get ready to position your business for success. Meet potential customers and collaborate with global industry leaders at one of Nigeria's biggest international trade show. Agro Food and Plasprint Pack Nigeria marks 10 years of connecting businesses and driving growth. Join us at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos, from March 25th to March 27th, 2025, for an anniversary edition packed with opportunities. Meet with exhibitors from Europe, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Asia, and Africa to showcase your products, innovations, and machine requirements. You can also sponsor to gain high-level exposure or attend as a visitor to explore new opportunities. Register now at www.agrofood-nigeria.com and www.ppp-nigeria.com or call 0902-222-2226. Be a part of this milestone. See you there.
Hey, my dear people, Bodo Lagos. Nami be Dokita Ibijoke Sonwolu, First Lady and TB champion for Bodo Lagos. Shey you sabi say na 18 Nigerians tuberculosis dey kill every 1 hour, and say many more Lagosians dey for risk for this disease every day. Now through coughing and sneezing, tuberculosis dey spread from person to person. Your health dey important to me. So therefore, if you don't dey cough for more than 2 weeks, you get chest pain, you dey tire, you lose weight, you dey sweat seriously for night, abeg go the hospital wey dey near you, go test body o. The treatment na free. If you test positive, start and complete your treatment. You wey no get TB, abeg no rubbish people wey get am. Make we support and encourage them to get better care for free. You fit protect your family and community from the spread of tuberculosis. Go for screening now. Make you live better life. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
Please listen to this announcement. The Special Committee on Rehabilitation of Public Schools, CREEPS, invites you to the official commissioning of 16 newly built classroom blocks across Lagos State. This epoch-making event, which includes ultra-modern block of classrooms, mini football pitch, and a multi-purpose sports complex, will be kicked off by Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at Keme Balogun Junior and Senior College, Ibeshe, Ikorodu, Lagos State. Other locations for this transformational infrastructure for public schools are Badagry, Ojo, Mushi, Shomolu, Ekpe, Ibejuleki, Apapa, Oshodi, and Alimosho. Date is Wednesday 19th through Friday 21st of March 2025. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Come and be a part of history as we unveil this dynamic project aimed at transforming the education sector in Lagos State. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajimoshinio. Announcer, Mr. Hakeem Smith. Chairman, Special Committee on Rehabilitation of Public Schools. Scripts.
Are you in the agro-island food and beverage manufacturing, printing, or packaging industry? Get ready to position your business for success. Meet potential customers and collaborate with global industry leaders at one of Nigeria's biggest international trade shows. Agro-Food and Plasprint Pack Nigeria marks 10 years of connecting businesses and driving growth. Join us at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos, from March 25th to March 27th, 2025 for an anniversary edition packed with opportunities. Meet with exhibitors from Europe, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Asia, and Africa to showcase your products, innovations, and machine requirements. You can also sponsor to gain high-level exposure or attend as a visitor to explore new opportunities. Register now at www.agrofood-nigeria.com and www.ppp-nigeria.com or call 0902-222-2226. Be a part of this milestone. See you there.
Do you have issues or complaints about LASTMA officials? Have you had any infringement with the LASTMA officials and you have no idea on where to channel your distress? Would you like to know more about the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority and their mandate? Join us on LASTMA Connect. LASTMA Connect is a 45 minutes program designed to bridge the gap between you and the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, their mode of operation, enforcement, and the traffic law. Tune in to LASTMA Connect every Tuesday at 10:15 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. LASTMA Connect, bringing LASTMA closer to you.
Transportation is a prime mover of the economy and a centerpiece of our lives. While many states in Nigeria are grappling with transportation challenges, Lagos State has emerged as an excellent example of how innovative policies and strategic investment can lead to a world-class multimodal transport system. For up-to-date information on the innovative projects, policies, and solutions upholding the Lagos transport system, tune in to Lagos Transport Trends and Perspective. Lagos Transport Trends and Perspectives is a 45 minutes program designed to project the successes, ongoing projects, and the latest mobility trends in the Lagos transport system. Join us every Tuesday, 9:15 to 10 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM as we dive deep into the issues that matter most for everyone within the transportation equation of Lagos. Tune in and listen to stakeholders, industry players, and transportation experts prefer innovative solutions to problems bordering on public transport, road safety, and strategies to ease congestion, to exploring new mobility trends. Tuesdays, 9:15 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Lagos Transport Trends and Perspectives is powered by the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. Don't miss it.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Anytime you hear this tune, it's time to put all things aside and talk transportation. Like they do say, transportation is the backbone of any economy, connecting people, goods, and services. And that is why the Lagos State government has made it a top priority to ensure that your movement from one location to the other is of maximum interest. And that is why, from time to time, the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation is doing its own bit just to try and ensure that you have the right information that revolves around transportation. You're welcome. My name is Victor Oteri. While developing and creating the infrastructure that will make transportation seamless in Lagos, there's a whole lot of concern that has been put in place that relates to public safety. And today on the program, we're going to be dwelling a whole lot on that, especially those things that will make life safer or perhaps will make services safer as you move from one location to the other. And I'm going to be speaking with the chief helmsman of the transportation sector. But before then, let's get back to the roads to let you know what's going on. Yes, those of you navigating through Ikorodu Road, it's a slow one this morning. Most of the locations that we have are pretty slow, nothing unusual, except for one or two breakdowns. Some of them, they've been resolved. We also have rehabilitation issues as well, which is being tackled. And then for those who are the commercial buses, they are always there all the time, all right? Causing a whole lot of menace to those of you who are navigating through the roads, all right? So between Ojota and I understand it's a slow one, especially on the service lane in what's new garage. It's more or less like a standstill there, and we're wondering what's really going on within that particular corridor. Control room, you can keep me posted on that. I need to have the latest as relates to that as well. Beyond that point, Odoyalo connecting Maryland, it gets better. There was an accident earlier on underneath the bridge at Maryland that has been taken off, and so it's a little bit better. From there, connecting Obanikoro, looking good. Obanikoro connecting Onikman is a little bit slow. You have lots of commercial vehicles activity within that particular corridor. Beyond that point, towards Fadei, it gets a bit better as well. And same for Funshaw Williams. Eco Bridge, inward Akpongpong, slow and steady. Do not forget, it's a rehabilitation corridor, so a little bit slow within that end. To the other side of town, Shango Tedo to be precise, smooth vehicular movement being experienced from Eleko Junction straight to Igondo and Bogije, as well as Awoyaya and areas like Abijo. All those areas, slow and steady. ShopRite, we have it slow too at the moment due to a falling containerized truck within that particular corridor. From Ogido connecting Olukunla as well as LBS and Alasia and the General Paint. I understand construction site there, both in and out, is looking pretty good at the moment. No major worries. From Lekki Ekpe Phase 2 up to Abraham Adesoya, both in and out, looking pretty good at the moment too. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, which is Route 3, we have some good movement from areas like Dokpemu connecting Mongoro, but linking up with the Lezik, you have it slow and steady. Same for your movement towards Ikeja Long and National, nothing unusual. Beyond National towards Airport U-turn, slow and steady as well. And then inwards Oshodi, it gets better. All right then, so we'll be serving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. All right, then, so on the program this morning, I did tell you that we're going to be looking at public safety as it relates to transportation. Like I did say, yes, it is one thing for you to put in place the infrastructure that will help your movement from one place to the other, but it's another thing to also ensure that people move, and when they move, their lives and their property, they are safe. Joining me on the program this morning, I have the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos, Honorable Oluwaseun Oshiyemi. Nice to have you in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Victor. And how are you today?
Very, very good. All right, so the last time we had you feature on this program was on New Year's Eve, which is 2.5 months ago. So how are things faring with your ministry, Honorable Commissioner?
Okay, since the last time I came on radio was last year.
Right.
So I guess it's in order to say Happy New Year to you, Victor.
That's very true. Happy New Year to you too, Honorable Commissioner. You're welcome. All right, so 2 months down the line, this new year, what's up with the ministry?
Well, Victor, you know, transport doesn't sleep and Lagos doesn't sleep. So basically, it's been a continuation of what we stopped last year. Nothing really stopped. We just had to continue on all of the things that we've been working on, from implementation of policy, from ensuring that we get all the necessary public safety signages and all of what we need to do in place, from ensuring that we also look at locations and junctions that we might have to improve on to ensure good vehicular movement around town, ensuring that we also still carried on our multimodal transportation approach in Lagos State, which speaks to our rail, water and land. We're expecting some rolling stock to come. Of course, in another 1-2 months to add to the blue line. We're expecting more to come on the red line. On the waterways, we've deployed the Omnibus.
Right.
We're looking at starting our Omieko project. It's a long list.
So there's a robust kind of program that we have in place for transportation this year, 2025.
Oh, yes.
And Lagosians will be very, very expectant then. Let's touch a bit on some part. You mentioned public safety earlier on, and that speaks to a whole lot of how we can transport ourselves and transport our goods in a safe and a very convenient manner. Honorable Commissioner, what is the vision there, from the Lagos State government when we talk about public safety as it relates to transportation?
Transportation actually do involve, it entails movement of goods and services. It also involves accessibility, it involves affordability, it involves connectivity, and then of course it involves safety, movement of goods and services in such a way and manner that we do not impede or we do not become some form of disaster or trouble for the next commuter.
All right.
So safety is one very key component that we cannot just overlook.
So, and that is something which the government is really, really thriving on. But I'm going to bring you some little scenarios here because we've been having some recurrence of, let's call it accidents. There might be some accidents are never planned anyway. So, but we've been having them, and one is beginning to ask questions. Last week, we had the incident of the accident on Otedola Bridge, which actually caused some kind of devastation. So I know you led a delegation from the ministry to the scene of the accident the next day. So talk to us, what were your findings?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say that was a really, really sad situation. Nobody prays for that. And I must say that it's not something that we pray for. And I use this opportunity to also send my good condolences and good wishes to those that were affected. But we did go there to, one, evaluate what really happened, and two, to ensure that we look at those issues that actually caused it and to avert it for future occurrence. So getting there, we realized that firstly, the trailer in question that was carrying the gas, one, had mechanical issue and rolled back before falling on his side and before the explosion started.
Wow.
Obviously the trailer surely did have mechanical issues. Could be brake, could be anything.
All right. So I'm looking at that, and that's where the big question has been coming in, Honorable Commissioner, because this is not the first time. We've had series of accidents that are very, very major disasters, so to say, on that Otedola Bridge. And we've been asking the engineers, is that bridge more or less, do we have an error in design for that bridge? Is this something that the Lagos State government is looking at to see how we can correct this? Because what we've been finding from time to time is that articulated vehicles are always the ones having issues with that place, and it leads to lots of devastation. So what's the Lagos State government finding? What's they finding?
All right. Thank you, Victor. Interestingly, there's a myth that says that the Otedola Bridge sucks blood. And I said to them, come on, it's not possible. So we've done a lot of evaluation engineering-wise, and we've realized that it has nothing to do with the engineering. In fact, the gradient of that bridge was actually adjusted to meet up to what it should be based on the kind of vehicles it carried. I must quickly correct that the accident that happened last week was not on Otedola Bridge. It was under
the bridge.
The bridge. So there are two different locations, because the location in question that we're talking about is that long Otedola Bridge,
right,
which people always, ascribe to a black spot for accidents. But this last accident that did happen was actually under that Otedola Bridge.
So if that's the case, I mean, I'm just wondering, a rollback from the articulated vehicle would suggest that perhaps the land is not even, or perhaps something could have happened. I mean, and that's always a question people want to ask. So for you, with that particular corridor, there's nothing like error of design? It's okay?
Well, truth be told, Victor, what constitutes an accident, I mean, are in different folds. One, mechanical. Two, human error. And of course, sometimes by way of evaluation of the road. We spoke about mechanical error, which obviously had to do with braking system of the vehicle. We've spoken about, we don't even know the condition in which the driver that was driving was. Was he tired? Was he fatigued? Did he lose control? It could be any of those things. And which is why we do a lot of stakeholder engagement and to try and, one, educate these guys and encourage them to rest when they're tired. Beyond that, the road we're talking about clearly stated and states, if you go there today, you would see that there was a road sign that says no truck allowed. So the truck in question obviously did violate Lagos State Transportation Rule.
Wow.
Because the gradient of that road, to be candid, does not permit for trucks to actually go there. And there's a sign there. And after evaluation, we've also decided that, okay, if the signage is not enough, we're going to put barriers to stop trucks from plying that road. We do not want a recurrence of that.
Right, which is very, very good. But in terms of punitive measures, for those who run foul of all of these kind of issues, those that constitute public health hazards, making use of those trucks. We've seen tankers as well. Luckily, we've not seen tanker explosion in Lagos. We've seen that in other parts of the country. But is anything that the Lagos government is putting in place to ensure that, for those who infract on this kind of laws, are duly punished?
Yeah, well, Victor, there are consequences and there are sanctions for those things, actually. Firstly, the trailer will be impounded. And then if it depends on the level of accident, the driver and the owner of the truck will be prosecuted. But for me, I think it goes beyond just those consequences. I think it's more of trying to avert these issues. It's more of the preventive measures than the consequences. Yes, there are consequences and there are sanctions for all of those issues. But I tend to want to lean and focus more on how to prevent those issues. And that's why we do a lot of stakeholder engagement, advocacy, collaborations with other stakeholders like the FRSC, ensuring that, one, all of the safety rules are adopted. Cases where you have to latch your containers, cases where you have to, the one thing that we've intensified effort on now, it's the inspection of those trucks. So we have our inspection team constantly inspecting those trucks, and if they're not roadworthy, we take them off the road.
Okay, so you see that from time to time?
Yes, we have been doing it, but we're intensifying effort started that from this year, because we also realized that Lagos is a business nerve center of Nigeria,
right?
And a lot of these trucks that we're talking about actually come from every state of the nation. So we have to ensure that, yes, we put some guidelines and some things that would, one, ensure that they do have a good maintenance culture and sense, and also for them to be able to understand that when you're in Lagos, there are particular road signs, signages, and rules that you must follow. There are other road users, and we must protect everybody.
All right, Commissioner, which is very, very good. But in terms of the roadworthiness. Let's even put it out, the roadworthiness of those trucks. I know most of them, or a lot of them, are not really roadworthy. And you just talk about those that come in from other parts of the country. Is there a standard that Lagos is working on to say, look, if you do not meet with this standard, you cannot ply on the roads in Lagos as a truck? If you do not have this, if you do not have that, or perhaps if your truck is within this particular year in terms of the year it was created or that kind of thing, they are prevented from moving on our roads in Lagos. Do we have that?
Well, there are laws that actually and standards that guide the inspection process. And of course, the basic ones would be the mechanical state and the roadworthiness of the road as regards the braking system, the shaft, and all of those very important and inspections will be done.
All right.
As regards the year of manufacture and all of whatnot, the truck, for the haulage business, trucks are not particularly very cheap. So I can relate with the fact that they also try as much as possible to maintain what they have. But be that as it may, I would also say that we're not going to say because people have to be in business and then we now put people's lives at risk, you know. So the inspection process are in different folds, and obviously we're not going to allow a lot of these things to just go unpunished anymore.
All right. And to guarantee safety, is anything coming from government in terms of palliatives for them, in terms of refitting their trucks? Is government looking at that line?
Victor, I'm sure you won't want me to answer that question.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning we're talking transport safety and looking at best ways of transforming that, especially as we move from one location to the other. And the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation is here, Oluwaseun Oshiemi. And very, very soon, I'll also allow you to join the conversation. We've talked about trucks, Honorable Commissioner. Let's dwell a bit on commercial buses or public transportation, as the case may be. What is government doing in that regard to ensure that we have public safety with those commercial buses?
Well, there's a lot in play, Victor, and like they say, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. I must say to you that over the years, we really we've not had complete data on the commercial buses, which is one of the few reasons why you see that it might be a bit difficult to manage them. But interestingly, we have started doing that in a bid to move all of the informal sector, which they fall in, to the formal sector. And how do you mean?
Talk to me.
We have the bus reform initiative, which of course would entail all of the bus. We're using the Lekki
e-collab system?
Not the e-collab now.
Okay.
The BRI. We're using the Lekki corridor to do a pilot run. And what does it entail? It just entails that one, the Korok Bays and the Keke Marwas will not ply the express anymore. Take them completely off the express. They will be using the feeder roads.
Okay.
And then the medium capacity buses that will be plying those roads will go through an inspection process. And if they are fit to be on the road, they would be cleared. If they're not, they will not be allowed to play that road.
So is that on right now?
Oh, yes, it is. And they are going to actually form cooperatives of a minimum of 50, which means that we have all the data of all of the buses and even the drivers and the owners of those buses plying the roads. That way, we can speak to public safety, we can speak to dealing with infractions. Let me give you a typical example, Victor.
Okay.
In the formal sector where we have all our BRTs, they are registered. So if today any BRT bus commits any infraction, all I need is just to be able to know the number of that particular bus. Not even the plate number. They are registered 046, 056. You would see it there. Just in 2 minutes, I'll be able to produce not only the bus, the driver, and the owner. So we need to move to that level where everybody is accountable for whatever it is that they do. And that's what data speaks to. And that's what we are doing.
And what sort of cooperation are you getting from those unions that have some of these medium buses, even the commercial buses, NURTWs, Aritian, and others? What's the response like so far?
We're getting an amazing support. I mean, don't forget, Victor, that the state is bigger than anyone. And in all honesty, they are complying. They also see the need for this transformation. You know, like I always tell people, if you don't move with change, you'll be left behind. And they also appreciate what we're trying to do. Because in the final analysis, they're going to be the greatest beneficiary of all of this. Because there's also a BITP coming up, Bus in Transport program.
What's that? What's that about?
Well, it's going to be a situation whereby an analysis will be done, data will be gathered, and then they'll be provided buses, fresh new buses, and then take the old ones will be taken away from them. But of course, they'll be paying some stipend back.
Wow.
That way, we'll be able to take off all of those yellow buses gradually without anyone losing their job.
All right. So the question that comes to our table all the time on this station is the Lagos State government regulating the downfalls? So I need you to answer that pointedly this morning, Honorable Commissioner.
Oh, yes, we are regulating them. And from the BRI I just explained to you, it just clearly shows that there's a program for them. And the program is getting them on our data system, all registered fully, such that we can see and know and capture everyone on that informal sector and transforming them to the informal sector.
So they're being regulated right now, so to speak.
Oh, yes, they are.
All right, then let's see if we can have you join the conversation this morning. I have the Honorable Commissioner for Transport in the building, 091-5387-7127. That's the number, 091-5387-7127. That's the number that you can connect with us. Ekwe traffic report this morning says Mojoda areas like Itamaru, Taokbo, and Ayetoro, all those areas looking pretty good to go. And of course, General Hospital Junction, Lincoln Junction, all those areas looking pretty good. Hello there, good morning.
Good morning, Victor, and good morning to the Honorable Commissioner.
All right, who am I speaking with?
My name is Babatunde. I'm speaking from Egbeda.
Great, nice to have you.
I just have two joint points.
Okay.
First one, I thank them for the good job Lagos State is doing concerning transportation. But I believe they need to go further to assist the people, us, and the agencies working with them like GLASMA, VIS, and others.
Okay.
Number one, I believe there should be no sentiments over safety. This VIS, they took them off the road, and you find out that all those vehicles that are not supposed to be on the road at all, you find them. Because you'll be at the back of a vehicle, there is no light, you don't know when they are braking, you don't know where they are trafficking into, and most of these problems are the yellow vehicles. And unfortunately, you say you capture them. When you move around, you find out that most of them are not even captured at all because they don't have anything use. Some of them don't even have number plates, or the number plates are faded off, so you cannot even take picture to send to LASMA at times to check some of the things. The second one is the issue of bus stops.
Okay.
Now, Lagos, apart from the BRT, there is no bus stop for these transport vehicles, and most of them create bus stops on their own, on the Kuruduru or Mobolaji Bankatoni, wherever they feel is convenient for them is where they stop. It's even worse at the interns. Like you are coming from Akomojo, you are coming from Mobolaji, other routes. There, they stop anywhere to pick passengers, and they will stop right in the middle of the road. You don't even know. You cannot vote. Nobody bothers about it. So I believe you can assist LASMA by creating bus stops for these people, not just BRT alone, so that they know where to stop, they know where people will meet them. But what they are saying is that, well, people too should not stop, wait anywhere. You cannot wait for that to stop issues. So, Ministry of Transportation will gladly assist in creating bus stops. Okay. Some, they stay right at the roundabout. See Maryland, they stay at the roundabout. Okay. Same thing when you get to Yaba, they stay at the foot of the new bridges we have made for them. Dampo will take one side, Korope will take one side, other buses will take another side.
All right. Okay,
so
then.
Please, there are some things you people need to do to assist us. Create bus stops so that people can know where to stop.
Okay,
Thank you very much, and more able grace. Thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you so much, Babatunde from Egbeda. All right, so that's another question that comes in all the time, Honorary Commissioner. That in the bid to enhance and broaden public transport infrastructure, it appears some of those bus stops are taking off. So, what's your response to that?
Thank you, Victor. I would like to speak to two things. Let me quickly address the issue of bus stops. We clearly do have bus stops. Not only do we have bus stops, we also have laybys. laybys are slip roads where there's slip roads where the buses can drive in and drop passengers.
Right.
The whole idea of having those laybys is to ensure that you take all of the buses or whoever is driving a passenger off the road so they don't disturb vehicular movement. I'll give you an example of a layby.
Right.
One of those laybys is when you're coming down Third Mainland Bridge,
Yeah.
that Oron Sheki.
That's right.
You drive in, drop whoever you want to drop, and get back on the road. If you notice before now, we used to have a lot of traffic coming back from Third Mainland Bridge. That part of that road used to be a major factor, a contributor to the traffic.
That's true.
So we had to move traffic officials and whatever to that spot to be able to push them into the laybys to drop their traffic. If you notice, traffic around there has totally improved. And that's just one of those things. And I must also say that the behavioral patterns of our people in Lagos State, we all say government. We also need to, as a people, we shouldn't limit it to just the commercial.
Let's take this call because this guy is very persistent. Hello there.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Andrew.
Okay.
I'm Honorable Commissioner. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah, he talked about what the first person talked about. The commissioner has buttressed it right. Lay-by. You see, and even bus stops, people are the problem.
Why do you say that?
Ènìyàn ṣòro nínú gbogbo ẹ̀dá tí Ọlọ́run dá ènìyàn ló ṣòro jù. People are the problem. We all, you and I. Do you know why I say so? If they put a bus stop at Babish bus stop now, people will not stay there to join the bus. They will go to the next place to go and stop. Maybe NCA. That's where it's convenient for them.
So what do you think, Andrew? What do you think we should do to bring about compliance?
Yes. When people are apprehended and the buses too are apprehended, there will be a reward.
Victor,
Why do I say there will be a reward? People will do what is right.
All right.
If you fail to do what is right, the wrong will right you. That is one. Two, sir. Please, a quick one. For the program or the road rehabilitation that wants to come on from tomorrow, I look at it, it's for 70 days. That's about 7 weeks and 10 weeks. People are not really aware of it.
That's the Independence.
I talked to some people this morning. Yes, Independence Sorry, McQueen Bridge.
Right.
I believe they should do a banner at Akungo. When people are coming, they'll see it ahead. They can diversify, pass through inner Lagos. Or if Ojuelegba, they put banner there, they diversify. If to pass through Yaba, Jibo, to other parts. Okay. And at Idimota too. And those coming from Apapa, they put a banner around Apapa or by Joro Local Bridge. I look at those things as, people, it's not everybody that listens to the radio or watch television because of some circumstances surrounding domestic issues. But if they see that, they can diversify, they can make up for it. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much for that. Andrew, thank you for bringing it. Honorable Commissioner?
Thank you, Andrew. If we had plenty Andrews, our problems in Lagos will probably not be so much. He nailed it. And the truth of the matter is, it's quite disheartening to see people actually leave the bus stop and create bus stops for themselves. They would stand at the most convenient place for them. The bus stop might just be some 1-2 meters away. They do not even care.
Which is very unfortunate. But let's take this call. Hello there.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Good morning.
And the Honorable Commissioner, this is Dr. Busari.
Nice to hear from you.
Dr. Busari, good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. I really commend the Honorable Commissioner. I always listen to you, and I'm impressed with your explanation.
Thank you, sir.
However, I want to say something, sir. That Third Mainland Bridge, although I know it's a project of the federal government, but every time you hear people jumping into the lagoon. Just last week, a lady jumped into the lagoon, and by the time she was taken to the hospital, in spite of the efforts made by medical personnel, she was pronounced dead. I believe because you highlighted safety of passengers. You see people, they'll be driving on the Third Mainland Bridge, And they will now say, they will ask their vehicles to stop. They want to use also. From there, they jump into the lagoon. Please, Honorable Commissioner, for safety reasons, why don't Lagos State government collaborate with federal government so you can have a barricade on that long bridge to save lives?
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. All right. This is safety. And perhaps his daily is on here too. Honorable Commissioner, what do you think?
Well, thank you, Dr. Busari. Interestingly, there's little or nothing that we can do about that. The extra barricade is going to cost us a lot of money. What we've put in place is we have permanently stationed there first responders in terms of ambulance, and then we constantly have people patrolling the Third Mainland Bridge and traffic officers. It's unfortunate that we have such situations, people parking and jumping. I think I would tell our people as well that we should pay attention to our friends and families. Mental health is real. Very real. I mean, we need to ask questions when we say people are not responding or people are not saying things the right way. We need to ask them questions. So that way, they would not even be able to get to that level of plunging or committing suicide.
Let's respond to Andrew's second concern about the construction work which is about to begin. Any plans to put in more signs there so that people can have an idea of how long this will take and the alternatives?
Well, interestingly, Victor, I'm sure you also know that a lot of advocacy has gone out on this, and it's still going on because it's going to be a project that will last about 70 days, like you mentioned. Even if you put a billboard in front of that place, people will still say they haven't seen it. The best way that messages are passed on is you keep doing the same advocacy, and when the job starts or the work starts, then people start talking about it. That way, people will get to know. We would increase advocacy. If we put banners there, they would have gotten there to see it. You know what I mean? So I think it's just about advocacy. His point is well taken. It would also keep pushing it out. It starts tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, and I believe that all of the alternative routes have been, of course, shared with the public, and we'll reshare and keep sharing.
Okay, then, Dr. Busari, I just saw your message. Thank you so much for that. 08099120777. Lots of you are sending in messages. This one says, "Good morning, Commissioner. We see a lot of reckless driving, especially amongst commercial drivers. How are you tackling this issue?" Aziz is sending that one in. Aziz, thank you so much. This one says, "How soon can Lagosians start using the red line?" The red line is already in use now. Are you not in Nigeria? Okay, but you didn't put your name, by the way, but thank you. Mr. Anonymous Sender, the red line has been in use since last year, if you want to know. All right, this one says, "Hello, good morning, Victor and the Honorable Commissioner. Sir, Lagos Ride was launched to compete with Uber and Bolt. How is that going?" Latif Oni is saying that one. Latif, thank you so much. Honorable Commissioner, is there anything latest from Lagos Ride?
Well, as regards Lagos Ride, it's still ongoing. We still have our vehicles on the road. The only thing I just would share is that there's a partnership between Lagos State and GAC to increase the number of fleets to 5,000, out of which 2,000 of those vehicles will be electric. Because we need to start thinking about our ecosystem. You know, so we're going green. 2,000 of those vehicles will be electric, and the whole essence is to ensure that we put vehicles that are, compliant and reduces gas emission.
Which is good.
Which is good, yeah.
What about CNG? Do you have that as well?
Well, the CNG we're expecting will be in the space of buses. We're expecting 2,000 CNG buses, to add to our fleet of our BRT, which is actually being done by private sector. We're partnering with them on that PPP.
Aziz asked a question about you tackling the reckless driving of commercial bus drivers. What's your response to his question?
The answer would be in two folds. One would be, yes, because of all of the things we're putting in place, we'll be able to deal with them because we have enough data to pick them when they do those things. The second thing would be, see something, say something. If you notice that there's some particular trend in your area, please do say something. And you can use the MOT hotline, which is 090-2000-4000.
Okay.
Or 090 2000 9000.
Great. This one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. Many Lagosians complain about multiple traffic checkpoints by different agencies. Can we streamline enforcement? You didn't put your name. Thank you so much. So, multiple checkpoints, Honorable Commissioner?
Well, as much as possible, we've tried to talk to our people, and I must say that we have multiple checkpoints. We have the FRSA on the road, we have the VIS on the road, we have police on the road.
Right.
The truth of the matter is they must do this job. If they are not there again, we complain.
Okay. I'm going to give you a clinical example, and this is something that I witnessed personally. If you are driving towards the Badagry corridor, there was a time, during the festivities, I just said, look, let me go for some kind of relaxation to the beach there. And Honorable Commissioner, I can tell you, within a distance of 1 kilometer, there were 34 checkpoints. Let's take this call. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Victor.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Dami. Good morning, Honorable Commissioner.
Good morning, Dami.
Okay, so very quick one. The last caller, Mr. I've forgotten his name anyway. Talked about the people jumping into the
That's Dr. Busari. Dr. Busari.
Okay, so I just want to say this very quickly. You can put any precaution measure to stop people going to doing that. But please don't stop people stopping in the morning. You can stay at home. Many times we leave very early in the morning, you've taken water, like they told us in the hospital, you take more water. So I take water in my car, we drink as we go. So at times there are traffic, we just want to get to that, what's it called, that place that goes into clinic road, that there are police, to pee. So are you saying that heavy traffic I have to hold on until I get to CI?
No, but Dami, you're not supposed to be peeing outside in the first place.
We do that.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Dami, please, I would like to quickly correct this. It is wrong to pee in public places, especially when there's no public toilet there.
Oh.
Yes, it is wrong.
It's wrong.
What that does is that, I don't really need to
stop on that terminal bridge to do that.
You are meant to have taken your water, use your bathroom before engaging on your journey. Because ordinarily, if you're out of the country, we'll get out of the car and pee on the road.
So, Dami, what you are even doing, you are even spoiling the water bodies by peeing on it.
Oh.
Yes. So please,
I never knew.
Dami, it's good. You've learned something.
You've learned something today.
Please also share with fellow people that they should not pee on the road, please.
Oh, I never knew.
I will tell you one thing. For example, if you look at that road from going towards Ibadan, getting out of 7-Up, you saw that there was an extensive program done by Ministry of Environment about the public defecation.
Right.
It's wrong for people to use our medians, our infrastructure to pee, to do all of whatnot. It's unacceptable.
All right, so Dami, this is just something for you, and I really love your honesty. It is very good.
Yes, it's quite commendable.
You can do that on air, so we commend you. But moving forward, please talk to other people. If you are pressed at any point in time, please, you can go to the nearest filling station. You can go to the nearest restaurant, and then you can ask them for their convenience. Okay? Thank you so much, Dami, for bringing that point up. As we gradually wind to the end, Honorable Commissioner, Lagosians to be expectant of so many things to talk about. But in terms of public safety, what should we expect as we round off?
Well, they should expect a big difference that would play out of the collaborations that we have with all stakeholders. We're also we've started moving not just about collaboration, even with the truck drivers. There are unions, there are units, and people in charge. We're also going to them to train them, to tell them what they shouldn't do, why they shouldn't drive where they're fatigued or tired. They should ensure that they have a good maintenance culture. We should ensure that we should obey all signages. We're not leaving it to just the unions. We're also going to them as a body to ensure we speak to them, because in the final analysis, they're the ones that will be on this road. They're the ones that need to comply with all of these rules.
Commissioner, even as a roundup, there are lots of things that are coming. Let's talk about CBD police. It says, what are they now traffic managers? And then, just talk about each of the checkpoints too. I told you, within just a kilometer, you have about 34 checkpoints. Honorable Commissioner, how can that be stopped? that would disturb business. Those that are coming to Lagos.
Well, Victor, I must say that's quite alarming, I must admit. 34 checkpoints.
Yes.
I've never heard it before, but we constantly engage our people. VIs, for example, they are not meant to spend more than 2 to 5 minutes on the spot, and they need to move.
Okay.
The whole idea is for them to check and move within 5 minutes so that they do not create traffic.
All right. And then for the CBD police, are they now traffic managers?
And they are not traffic managers.
So I think you need to engage with the special advisor.
Would look into that.
All right. We have to run this off at this point. Honorable Commissioner, nice having you in the building. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Victor, for an amazing time. And thank you, everyone, for listening. We're here to serve you, and God bless.
Okay, then. So that is the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation in Lagos, Honorable Oluwaseun Oshiemi. And this morning, we've been talking transport safety, especially as it relates to the public. And he says government is putting a whole lot in place to ensure that Lagos will be safer while you move around the roads. We have to go. Mike James has produced the program this morning. Maximum shout out going out to Bolanle Oglola, who is the Director of Public Affairs for the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. She's been working tirelessly behind the scene to ensure that the program comes on stream every Tuesdays from 9:15 through 10 o'clock. Temilade in the building as well. I say a big thank you to Deborah Boledi-Oku of our social media unit. And Okpemi Shodunke, our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. I'm out. Stay very much within. Bye.